Hey everybody, it's John Stauffer, and I'm here to bring you a tech tip from MCAM Northwest. Today I want to talk about Mastercam Viewsheets. Viewsheets are a really awesome tool within Mastercam that allow you to manage several settings at once. The idea is that you can save all kinds of different settings into a particular sheet, and then you can load that sheet at any time. Then you can switch between different sheets for different results. This helps automate programming because it lets you bounce back and forth between various settings very quickly and easily. I'm going to show you an example of how they work, and then we can build one together. Let's take a look. In this example, I'm programming for a horizontal machine with a tombstone on it, so I've got a 4-axis machine. Now, Viewsheets is not something that's unique to 4-axis machining, but it is very useful, and it's one of my favorite examples, so I want to show you this one. You can use this for any kind of programming though. I use this for lathe, I use this for standard verticals, I use this for multi-axis, basically anything. So what are Viewsheets exactly and how do they work? Viewsheets are these tabs that I see down at the bottom of my window here. Now if you're not seeing those in your Mastercam, you probably don't have them turned on. You can go to your View tab, and then on the right hand side, you have the Viewsheet group. You can turn them on and off with this button here. So the purpose of Viewsheets is to save various settings to these individual Viewsheets so that you can load them quickly and easily. What does that mean exactly? Well, right now I am on this Viewsheet for fixture plus part. That means that I have a bunch of settings saved, including my WCS is currently set to top. My G view is ISO. My B0 primary plane is labeled as my C and T plane currently. I also have some level settings, so all the levels that are visible plus whatever is my current active level is saved to that view sheet. If I switch to a different view sheet, it's going to load whatever settings I have saved for that. So for instance, maybe I need to turn on my stock for some chaining. I can go down to this view sheet and this turns on my stock. It also turned on a couple of other things here, and if I look at my planes, nothing changed. So this one is saved with only some level changes. But if I switch to, say, this one for tilted face side approach, my planes have actually updated. So I'm now using my tilted face side approach, G view, and C and T plane. Going to my levels, I've also turned off my stock here. This means that it's really easy for me to now jump into programming for this view and this part of my program, and I can jump back to anything else at any time. When I know I'm going to be bouncing between a couple of things, this will save me several clicks along the way. So what all can be saved to a view sheet? If you right-click on a view sheet and go to Settings, you can see all of the various things that can be saved to a view sheet. Now what we see here in this top section is the default selection for Mastercam. So section views, display mode, and advanced toolpath display settings are not on by default. If I was a production programmer, I would turn those on anyways. I just like to keep my system as default as possible for making videos like this and doing training. Let's go ahead and close this. So how do you make and use view sheets? Well, for instance, I need to make another view sheet, and I'm going to start with basically these settings, but make a couple of changes. So I'm going to start from this view sheet and then modify from there. So I'm going to be adding some engraving to the side of the part right here. There's a few things that I need to change in order for me to be able to quickly program this. First, I need to go to my levels and turn on the level that has my geometry for engraving. That's level 102 in this case, so I'll turn that on. Next, I need to change my planes. So I'll go to my planes, find my engraving B0 plane, and then turn that on here. I've got that set as my G, C, and T plane. My WCS is still at top, which is important for this type of work. Then I'm going to zoom in to exactly where I want to be for this operation. This looks pretty good. Once I'm happy with everything that is set here, I can click on this little plus, or I can go to the view sheet group here and click on this button for new. That creates the new view sheet. It's highlighted blue and I can rename this. I'm going to call this engraving. So you'll notice that this looks a little bit different than the ones next to it. There's no blue ribbon. The blue ribbon indicates that that is a saved bookmark. What's the difference between having a view sheet without one and with one? I can show you. I'm going to right click on this one and I'm going to choose the option to copy. This actually creates a duplicate. So this one over here with the one on the side of it is going to be the one with a bookmark. So I'm going to right click here and save Viewsheet as bookmark. You can also click this Save Bookmark button right up here. So now it's got the blue ribbon. What's the difference between the two? Well, I'm going to go ahead and move this off axis like this, and then I'm going to switch to the other view sheet. Notice it's snapped back, and I'm going to move that one off axis as well in a different direction. Now, if I go back to this one with the bookmark on it, it's going to take me to the location where it's actually saved to. So it's loading every setting from how we saved it. If I go to this one, it's only going to reload whatever settings were last used on this view sheet, not the ones that are actually saved, because there's nothing saved on a view sheet that doesn't have a bookmark. It's really kind of a temporary setting. So if you have enough memory in your brain to keep track of what's happening on each one of these view sheets without doing the saving, good on you, but I'm going to stick with saving mine, I think. I really can't remember that many. So that's how you set up your view sheets. And remember, there's lots of settings that you can save with this. There's actually one that I forgot to add in earlier, so let's add it now. You can update your view sheets after you make them. One other change I want to make is making my rotation position at the center of this face when I'm in this view sheet. So I can go to my View tab and click this button for rotation position, and then I'm going to set this at the center of this face using F on my keyboard and then clicking. Now I'm going to go down here and save the view sheet as bookmark again. This updates that bookmark. And now my rotation position is based off of the center face of that part, which is much more useful when I'm programming in that specific area. Now it's up to you to decide how you can use view sheets in your workflow effectively. Maybe you'll save a lot of settings, maybe just a couple. But in any case, I think that view sheets can be extremely helpful to everyone if you find a flow that works well for you. I hope that video was helpful for you. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. But more importantly, we're here for you. What do you want to learn about Mastercam? You can leave us a comment below to tell us what you would like to learn about. And if you want to learn a lot about Mastercam, maybe consider taking one of our classes. We recently started offering classes and it's been a lot of fun. There's a link in the description to take you to our training page where you can learn more about the classes that we're currently offering. If you want to talk to us directly about how we can help you with Mastercam, just reach out to us. Our number is 503-653-5332 and ask for sales. Or you can email us at sales@mcamnw.com. Thanks. Have a good day.